Welcome to Shop Talk for Thursday, May 15th. This week we are all about strawberries. On Saturday the 17th, we actually have our class for our strawberry patch, which is the quote behind me. I think we still have a few kits put together for it as well. You might call the shop and see if we have one available, but certainly we have the patterns available, and then you can join us on the 17th, that Saturday, to do the class to put it together. Then on Monday the 19th, we have Sew Social, which is a time for you to come and enjoy others that sew together and then work on projects and maybe ask us questions if you need help with anything. And then on the 22nd, which is the Thursday, we have our next table topper for all season. So we've been using this book each month and doing a table topper out of it. And this month's table topper, which fit right in with the rest of our theme, is all about strawberries. So that's on the 22nd. So if you can join us for that, it has a little bit of piecing and some applique involved in it, and would be a super cute one to have on your table for the summer that's coming up on us. Let's go take a look at the fabrics that we have for this week. This week's fabric comes from Moda, and specifically it's from Gradients, and it's called Euphoria. And what's neat about Euphoria is it has these prints that almost look like they're watercolored and then used to stencil outside of the prints. And then we have these really great pops of color that are splashed almost like paint on them, mixed in with the different florals that we have for each one. One of the classes that I didn't mention a while ago is our Pop Open Pouch, and that's going to take place on the 21st. And these prints would be so fun. All you need is 2 fat quarters, so you could use one on the outside and one on the inside and make this great little pouch that would be awesome for cosmetics or any of your notions for your sewing. And it would be a great project if you're a little bit intimidated by bag making. This is a smaller one, and we'll be able to get it together that day. This week's Baby Lock highlight, we are talking more about the different stabilizers that we have for embroidery. And this week I wanted to talk about the different toppers and backing that you can use with your embroidery. When you're doing a sweatshirt or a terry towel, something that has a really thick pile to it, you have to use a topper, and that allows the stitches to almost float on top of the project that you're working on. The toppers that we have are the Hydro Melt, which will dissolve after it's washed. So you use it and you lay it on top of your project and you stitch through. It's almost kind of a film that you put on, and afterwards you just wash it and then it'll come out. The other option you have is a press away, and with a press away it actually takes heat to actually get it to kind of go away, almost like a shrink wrap kind of material. And you can use it and then iron it off, or when heat hits it, like from a blow dryer, it'll kind of shrink back away from your project. And then after you're done embroidering, oftentimes with especially clothing like sweaters, when you stitch that on the front of a design on the front of your sweatshirt, it can be very stiff here on the back, and that scratches your skin. And if you're trying to embroider for someone that has sensitive skin or the littles in our life, they just don't like to wear it because it's like so scratchy. And Baby Lock makes a product called Soft Stitch. And after you're done embroidering, you take that and cover up the stitches on the back. It's fusible, and it fuses to the inside of the shirt, and it just keeps all of those knots and everything from actually touching your skin, and it makes it more wearable. So it's a great product to use if you've never used it on any of your stabilizers for the back of those shirts. Thanks so much for joining us for this week's Shop Talk. I feel like it's very like Strawberry Patch in here. This is actually called Strawberry Patch, but like the little Strawberry Patch dolls could like live in the world. Mm-hmm.